Hi, welcome back. I'm Tina. Thank you so much for spending some time here with me today. I am so excited to be using RONGRONG's newest teacher sticker book to create a fun school calendar in my creative journal. So we're going to do some fun things with this. It's going to be a little bit longer, but it's going to be so worth it. I'm super excited about this. All right, let's take a quick peek at the sticker book. Now, I do have a detailed, slowed down look at this, but I just kind of want to give you a little bit of a quick peek here before we get started in case you haven't seen it. RONGRONG stickers do have paper, and there are also clear stickers in here as well. So there's all kinds of like functional boxes in here and really cute elements. And of course, combined with all of her beautiful girls that she has. So we've got some really cute teachers in here. I myself am not a teacher. However, I love this book, and I don't think you need to be a teacher to use this book and appreciate it. I've already pulled some of these stickers out already, along with these, and a few off of here as well. So I've gathered some of these stickers just to kind of make it a little bit easier. I'm going to be creating some Dutch doors, and I'm going to be creating a school calendar 2024 through 2025, and it's going to have like all of the days off or half days or like break times in there. Now, I myself am not a mom, but I do help care for my nephew. So I like to keep a calendar of his around to help me figure out the days that I'm going to need to be available to help and watch him for my sister-in-law. So that's the sticker book. And then here's the accompanying PET tape. Love these. They're so pretty. So it's really everything that we already saw, but just on the PET tape. And the nice thing about the PET tape is that you get like one strip. It like goes for a while here before it starts to repeat. And then you get 5 of those strips onto one roll. Her PET tape is a matte finish, so therefore we're not getting all of that glare off a shiny sticker. And they are all kiss cut, so that is super helpful. I'm actually going to put the roll here to the side, and if I need it, it will be available for me. And what I like to do is pull some of the stickers here aside that I'm actually going to be using to create these waterfall tabs in here, or Dutch doors. I don't know. Today, should we call them waterfall or should we call them Dutch doors? I feel like that term is interchangeable. I also have a sheet here, and this is where I have all of the PET tape that is on this strip as far as like one strip's worth. So that way it's an easy reference for me. So if I'm looking for a sticker, it's just so much easier to look on the sheet instead of having to go through like the roll. And if I want a sticker, then I just go to the roll and pull it off of there. All right, let's go ahead and start off by explaining a little bit of how this is going to come together. So I've already pulled the stickers that I want to use for my Dutch doors. This page right here is where I pulled most of these stickers from. And then of course I got a few others from a couple of these other pages. So let's go ahead and double count all of the pages that I'm going to use. This school year, I pulled out all of the alphabet stickers already to spell this out, and that's going to go on here. And this is also going to go on here. So this I don't need to count. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages. I should have it counted out correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4 pages, and then 5. That's the bottom. All right, I'm going to start here laying down this very first one on the very last page, and I am lining up that center with the little markings that are on the actual page itself. Now for these Dutch doors, I decided to do these a little bit differently. I decided to not cut down the sticker at the bottom, and that way I could use it as a reference. So that's what I'm doing here with this floral sticker. I'm kind of using that bottom sticker as a reference to go ahead and lay that down. Now, I was going to continue laying the stickers down, but I decided that it would be better for me to just cut this one out first, which is what I'm doing here. The clear sticker paper tends to stick a little bit more to like the bottom sticker underneath, if that makes any sense. So I decided to trim the edges, and then I'm using my gyro cut here to go ahead and cut out the pattern of the flowers. This is the only one that I decide to do that with for this particular spread. I love the way that that looks, and I'm really happy with how the flowers are just kind of like perfectly aligned over that pattern. Now I'm going to continue to lay down these strip stickers, but not cut them until I get everything laid down. So that's what I'm doing here, just kind of going one by one. And it's nice because I can use the one below it as a reference on where to lay the next one. Now this one I had to put that eraser down on the paper because it wasn't laying flat enough in order for me to line up that last strip there. So here I am going to cut down the pages. Instead of using scissors, I do like to use my cutting board, as long as I make sure that it's like nice and sturdy and steady on the book. It works out pretty nicely. I just take my time with it. Okay, now it's time for me to just trim off the edges there that are extending. And now I can go ahead and start working on this first page. So I am again lining up the center of that sticker where those like kind of rainbow rays start. And now I'm going to be using this alphabet stickers that I used to spell out school year and the year 2024 or 24 through 25. And I'm not quite sure how I want to place the years. So these move around a little bit before I actually make a final decision on that. And I'm kind of checking to see once I close the pages how things are going to lay out. And now I'm adding in the strips on the inside of those pages. So I like to look at the whole thing as I like lay the pages down to determine exactly how things are going to look once they're actually opened up. So that's what I'm looking at here. The order that I originally had in mind, I didn't really care for, so I switched things up a little bit, and I'm glad I made the switch. Initially, I was going to lay down the girl stickers next, but I wasn't going to like the way that that was going to work out because I am going to put a girl sticker on that very first page next to the school year, and I didn't want to have like so many girls showing, just to have like a nice balance between like patterns and florals, and then of course the girls and elements. So this one goes down on the next page here, switching that up. Now this next one here, this one is the tricky one because this is the one that I cut out the flowers, and I'm always trying to like fill in the gaps that I've already cut out. And this is time consuming. I really have not perfected this. I feel like it takes me way too much time. So I'm kind of piecing flowers together here to fill in what I've already cut out. And I'm so glad I sped this up for you because it definitely took me a while to go ahead and do this. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create like a straight edge on this side. So I'm trimming it down here with my X-Acto knife, trying to be careful and not go all the way through. Obviously, I don't want to go all the way through the paper. And then I'm going to add another sticker there to just kind of cover up the jaggedness of the way that that cut. Oh, but before I do that, I have to clean it up a little bit on the edges here, which again, this is very tedious. I need to perfect it. And once I do, I will let you know. Honestly, the only way to make that like perfect is if you have stickers that are mirroring what you've already cut on the other side. then that makes it a lot easier. But I do like to cut it out around the flowers. I think it's just really pretty. Now I'm back on the front page and I'm starting to add my girls in here, and she is so cute. So I wanted to bring her in here next to school year. So I'm going to start to move a few things around to fit her in. Then you're also going to see how I move the year 24 and 25. So here it is coming up once again to move into the final position. So we have these really cute blackout box stickers in this book looking like chalkboards. Love this. So I thought that that would be really cute to add the 24 and 25 school year on there. And then I'm grabbing like a number sticker here, the number 1. I'm just kind of cutting it in half to create like a little dash between the years. And then of course I had to grab some chalk, and this is going to be so cute. I love that. So now this is ready to go onto the page. I like to sometimes create my clusters off of the page that I am going to be putting them on. Just makes it a little bit easier. It's a great way for me to go ahead and work it out on that sticker backing paper. All right, now I need to fill in all of these pages. I do have an idea of what I want to go into these pages as far as like putting in the months of the year for the school year. And I'm going to be using these stickers right here from the Bullet Journal sticker book from RONGRONG's functional collection or everyday collection. And I'm going to be also using some of these Tombow brush pens to color in. I thought that that would be fun to add some color to the pages. And then also these heading stickers from the teacher book, because there's quite a few of these in here that I would not use. They would not pertain to me. I'm not a teacher. So I'm gathering up the colors, and then of course the stickers that I know that I'm not going to use, ever, like to grade, to copy, things that really just pertain to like what teachers have to do. And I have to pick out, I think it is a total of 11, because July I don't need. July is summertime, but school starts in August and it goes through June. So I'm going to need 11 of these. I'm just trying to figure out the colors. I want them to coordinate with the Tombow brush pens that I've already picked out. I swatched those pens out onto a previous piece of paper that I had cut out from this journal, so that way I knew exactly how they were going to look on this paper. So now I'm just trying to figure out the order of how I want to lay these down. This actually does change up because it really ends up depending on like what stickers and how the colors just kind of coordinate. So I just decided to go ahead and take out this page. It's just a little bit easier for me to work with. And now I need to figure out like putting the months onto those headings. I like the way that this looks. It added a little pop of color behind there. And then I did angle them a little bit if I needed to, just to kind of cover up the wording. So now it's time for me to add some more decoration onto the pages with some girls and balancing them out with like these really cute carts and school elements. Things kind of move around a little bit here, trying to figure it out exactly how I want to fill the page, because of course I don't need that much room to go ahead and write down the days that I need to for each month, because the days that I'm going to be writing in there are really just important days for each month. Like if there's like the first day of school, of course, any half days, days off, or any breaks like your spring break, fall break, and winter break. So trying to figure out how I want to fill these up and decorate them is definitely time consuming here. So things go down, they get moved around, and I do figure it out, but it definitely takes a little bit of time. But it's also a lot of fun. And I'm trying to be really careful of how I put these stickers down and the placement, because once I go ahead and add in the colors onto these pages with those Tombow markers, it's going to be much harder for me to switch things around. So I decide to go ahead and add in the months and the decoration as much as I can throughout these pages before I actually use the Tombow markers in here. So that's what you're seeing me do here. This big round sticker is so cute. Get your crayon. It actually ended up laying down on the paper before I was ready for it. And I was so happy that it laid down straight. So I was lucky I didn't have to pick it back up and like reposition it. This girl is one of my favorites. She's so cute with her t-shirt. It says ABCD, but of course the design of it is like ACDC, and I thought that that was really cute. Now these are from the PET tape. I really like the way that globe just kind of sit perfectly on top of the cart, and I really wanted that in there. So I'm adding in like these really fun carts and then the girls on each page, kind of going back and forth and figuring out like what colors look best before I add the months onto the colored headings. So that way I can like lay them down and just balance out the color scheme. I don't want to have like too much green or too much orange, like all in one. So it's really a matter of like adding the deco and then switching out the headings as I need to. That's why you see me kind of going back and forth a lot here. Also trying to figure out, well, these last pages are a lot more room. So I needed to kind of figure out exactly how I wanted to fill them. And what I put down here, actually, it does change around a little bit. First, I thought I had it figured out, but then I decided, well, I gotta like switch it around a little bit. Those little square boxes, by the way, those are sticky notes that I used, and I think sticky notes are a great way to kind of like blueprint things out when you're not quite sure where you want placement to go. So I do like to use the sticky notes, and I did write some notes on there as far as like maybe what girls I wanted to use on that particular page as well. So here I am with the girls and the sticky notes, just trying to like figure out the placement and how I'm gonna put everything together here. So like I said, things get moved around here a little bit because once I actually get the girls situated and the elements on here, then I realize that I need to like move some things around and also change up some of the colors of the headings themselves, because honestly, it was just not going to work out because I'm going to be adding those Tombow markers, and I realized that it's like not going to coordinate as nicely as I thought. But you'll see what happens on those last pages as I look through here. So here I go. I'm going to start adding the Tombow markers, and once these go down, then that is pretty much it. Because of course, covering these up would be a little trickier. I really like the way that that looks. I think it's really cute. Adds a little bit more to the page, and it's great because I don't have to worry about using a lot of stickers. Initially, I thought I would put in like the dates for the month into boxes, but then I thought, oh no, this would be so much cuter to have the Tombow markers in here instead. So I made sure that I picked out colors that coordinated with the colors in the spread, as well as like the colors of the headings here. And that were also like not so dark because I do need to write in on top of them. So now this is where I realized that if I put that orange marker down, it's just going to be like all orange on that page because that cart is orange and I didn't like that. So I wanted to switch it up. So switching up the color of the heading also meant me having to like switch the month, and that's a sticker. So I had to like switch things around here. And then I realized that the writing that is already on this heading is a little bit big. I can't quite cover it up with March. So I'm just using a little bit of whiteout to go ahead and white out the heading and then lay March over it. And that worked out perfectly. And then I realized that that girl's wearing green. So I'm going to have like another page of all green, and I'm not going to want that. So I'm switching everything out a little bit here. And again, by switching the colors out, I also have to switch out the months. I really like the way that this looks much better, so I'm glad that I was able to switch that out. All right, now it's time to fill in the extra white space that I have on each of these pages. So of course I'm going to my book here and seeing what extra girls I can add in or elements. I'm very happy with all of the girls that I decided to use in these pages, but this one I decided to add in here. I thought it was going to be a little too much initially with that girl peeking through on that first page, but it actually works out perfectly. So now I have a corner up here that I'm not quite sure how I want to fill it in. I do like that make a difference quote there, but I don't like where it's positioned. I think it would look much better like directly over the chalkboard, but I'm also closing the next page to see if it peeks through because I didn't want it to peek through, and it actually worked out perfectly. So now how am I going to fill in that white space? So I'm looking through my book here, trying to figure that out and just kind of looking for some elements that are going to look nice there, but not too like jumbled. While I'm looking, I discovered these really cute little highlighting stickers. So I thought that those would really look cute on each of the pages with each of the colors coordinating with the months. Now I changed up the angle of those markers or pens there because everything seemed to be kind of slanted the same way. So when you do put things on a slant, you want to switch them up a little bit just to give them some interest. Otherwise, everything looks like it's just all going the same way. Here I am adding in all of these elements. Just kind of, I can't decide honestly what I want to put in here. So I'm just kind of like putting some things down. And I know I'm going to end up coming back here and things are going to get switched around. So this page I decided to add some more flowers in here because it would be a good balance. There's just like a lot of black on this page on the edges, and the flowers really do soften things up. Always turning my book to get the best possible angle for myself. You definitely want to turn your book around to do that. All right, in the interest of time, I do decide to fill out these pages off camera, and I'm going to show you how everything turned out. I really love how cute everything is. I have everything set up exactly the way that I want. So to start off on the first page, I have my school year with the alphabet stickers. Of course, I put in my Tombow markers to fill in that space that I'm going to write in the days that I need to for each month. All right, so moving on to the next page here, I had quite a bit of white space in here. I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to fill it. I had started to lay some stickers down, but then I created this cluster in here and I added this box that I had cut in half, and I really liked the way that that filled in those pages. And up and through here, I added in this laptop and just those pens scattered. It was pretty simple, but I like the way that it looks. And on this side, I kept everything the same, and I did add those florals in the corner there. All right, this page was very blank. I already had some girls on the side here, so I knew I didn't want to add any more girls onto this page. So instead, I added this really cute cluster in here and some elements at the bottom. Now this side of the page I really changed up because I had way too much white space. So what I decided to do was add in this black box sticker here. It looks like a chalkboard. I thought it was really cute next to her. And then I went ahead and created March in this different color scheme down here with the Tombow markers. I think it turned out pretty cute. Now on this page, I did cut this box here and fill in that white space along with the crayons and then this quote at the bottom. I really like the way that this filled in. I added some florals in there and then a few more little elements. Creating this spread was a lot of fun. It definitely was time consuming. I'm glad that I got the whole thing done. That way I was able to show you exactly how everything looks. Now all I need to do is fill in my days for each month that I need to. Now I am an affiliate of RONGRONG. I do have my affiliate link down below, and if you use that link, it will save you an automatic 10%. So you do not need to use a code. It will automatically give you that savings. If you have a code that's going to save you a little bit more, please be sure to change that at the subtotal. That way you are getting the best discount. I really loved using this sticker book. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a mom, but I thought that this was really cute for me to put together since I do care for my nephew. And I just had a lot of fun with this one. There are so many more items in the fall release. I will go ahead and put the link of the flip through of all of the items that were released so you can go ahead and take a look at that. If you like this video, please be sure to give me a thumbs up. Please remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you will be sure to catch all of the videos that I post along with anything in my community feed. And drop me a comment down below. If you watch this video all the way through till the end, please be sure to leave me a ruler emoji. Thanks so much again for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.